Well, when I got up this morning and took a look at the sports score, I thought the Giants had played the Patriots in football, but no, it was a baseball game. And it was an old-fashioned ass-kicking in Fenway Park last night. And it's such an ass-kicking that my ass is sore. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fabulous.
I didn't get your... I left the phone at work because I was charging it when I was at work yesterday afternoon. So I didn't have my phone at home. So I didn't know in advance what had happened by looking at your message.
I was nice. All I did was say ha ha ha.
No, I saw that when I got into work. I went to bed, but I'll be honest with you. I watched the first inning when it was 4-2, and when the Yankees couldn't put them away in the first inning because they had a real good chance to.
First inning was 3-0.
Yeah, but they could have put them away, but they didn't. And you know what? I said this is going to be a Red Sox rout, and I went to bed.
I'm listening to these people on TV. It's pretty comical. They're blaming Sonny Gray for last night's win for the Red Sox. I didn't see Sonny Gray play today. Did you?
How could Sonny Gray get?
Well, because he didn't long into the game the other day. They had to burn up Lance Lynn. Well, and this is talking from a clearly baseball perspective. Has nothing to do with my hate of the Yankees. CC Sabathia is an embarrassment to professional sports. He was lucky he went 3 innings. He somehow got out of the third inning, only giving up 3 runs. He had people on base every inning. Was just lucky to get out of it. And he sweated more than an elephant in Africa last night. This guy is totally out of shape. He's inept. He's not a professional athlete. He's an embarrassment to pitchers in Major League Baseball. That's what you got to say about CC Sabathia. He's awful. And you know how I always say you got to bunt on him? Well, they hit a ball back to him yesterday. He picked up the ball, and this was a turning point of the game. He picked up the ball to make a routine throw to first base. He missed first base by 50 feet. 50 feet! He almost threw the ball into the stands 30 feet north of first base. This is a professional pitcher. He can't do anything. And the Yankees are right there with the Mets when it comes to fundamental baseball. They were stealing the eyes out of the Yankees last night, and not one guy threw over. I felt sorry for Romine last night because none of the stolen bases were on him. They were all on the staff. And the play in the field, back to the pitcher where they have a guy hung up off third base. It's like he never did PFPs before. Just threw the ball to third base like you're a little leaguer, and then Andahar made an awful throw home, and that's when the wheels came off the bus for the Yankees last night. It wasn't the Boston hit, and it was fundamental play of the Yankees. Just open the door for the Red Sox, and they went crashing through it. Mm. And Boone, his management of the pitching staff is atrocious. In the 4th inning, you're losing 10-4. The game's over. He's burning pitchers. He's burning pitchers like the end of the world is coming. He has no concept how to handle a pitching staff. The Yankees are in big trouble, folks. And this is not me with the Yankee hater hat on. It's just purely from a baseball perspective.
All right. Well, we've got to get to Pat Pagano, so we can't really dwell on the Yankees anymore. But
it's going to be hot and humid.
No. So we have a lot of things going on. So that's why we got to cut the Yankees short and go on to other things. What else do you want to talk about in sports?
Still going on with baseball.
Okay.
The Giants are coming back into the race in baseball. Last night, Bumgarner threw a couple of good innings. They beat the Diamondbacks, and that division turning into a 4-team race. You got the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers sitting on top of it. The Rockies are playing good ball, and the Giants woke up. From first place to fourth place is only 5 games. So Western Division is going to be a real horse race to see who comes out with that on top. The Brewers got dismantled last night by the Dodgers. I think the score was 21-5. There were a lot of baseball scores last night. Boston scored 15 runs. Texas scored 17 runs. The Dodgers scored 10 runs. This is a product of the new pitching in baseball, where starters don't go deep into games. They're talking about innings as a quality start, and you've got to start going to the bullpen. These bullpens, coming to August now, the arms are starting to get heavy. You can't win baseball games this way. People say, oh, look how great Tampa Bay's doing. Yeah, they're doing great. They're 3 games over 500 and 20 games out of first place. Is that what you want to model? I mean, you have to get the basics of baseball where starters pitch at least 7 innings, and then you go to a bullpen. If not, there's going to be a lot of teams giving up a lot more runs than you saw last night.
All right. Do you have many horse races to pick for this weekend?
We got some, yeah. We won again yesterday. Just think about it. I got more wins at Saratoga this week than the Yankees have. I won again yesterday. Our horse Century won the 7th race and paid $7.30 for Shug McGahee. So we're 2 for 2 in the last 2 days at Saratoga. Today's pick of the day is in the 7th race. It's a maiden race, my 8th. The one horse, Annie Dupree, never been on the dirt before in 4 starts, but has the breed on the dirt, and in a pretty weak field, should make a shambles out of this unless Castellano rides a few horses as bad as he rode yesterday. But just let this horse get out on top, and I think Annie Dupree gets the job done in the 7th race today at Saratoga for the pick of the day. Some races to look at this weekend at Saratoga, which is Whitney weekend, and in my opinion, I think the racing is better on Whitney weekend than on Travers weekend, but again, that's just my own opinion. 5th race tomorrow is the $100,000 De La Rose 1 mile on the turf. Shug McGahee's horse looks real tough in here. The 7 horse On Leave with Jose Ortiz on. I think the 1 mile distance is this horse, as evident by his record. 9 starts, 8 times in the money and 4 wins. So in the De La Rose, On Leave is going to be my pick. Then we have a couple races until we get to the Grade 1 test in the 8th race. 2 horses I'm looking in here. One is Mint to Stardom. It's a Louisiana bred by Star Guitar, who's the best Louisiana bred ever. This horse is going to get the acid test this weekend. 3 for 3, winning by no less than 5 lengths in any time. I'm going to use this horse, and if he gets beat, he gets beat, because my top pick's the 7, Mia Mischief. This horse is just really, really well for Asmussen and Santana, who's been a big winning combination up there for 5 days. I think Mia Mischief gets to the front. If Smint to Stardom can't run him down, Mia Mischief's going to have everything going on the front end here. So in the 8th race in the Grade 1 test, the 7 Mia Mischief with the 8 Mint to Stardom. The 9th race is a pretty weak race, in my opinion. Diversify is going to try to win off a record performance in the Suburban. A lot of times these horses don't come back off of performances like that. They're trying to stretch Mind Your Biscuits to 1 mile and an 1/8. That's not going to happen. 2 horses are going to use in here, 2 1. The 7 Good Samaritan, 8 McCracken, because I think this race could just fall apart and somebody just come trotting along to win. And the last race we're going to do will be the last race, the $100,000 Lure. 2 horses in the Lure. The 2 horse Ticonderoga be a top play for me, and I'm going to throw the 7 Zenner, who's coming in off a 3-race winning streak, although off a layoff since last year. It's going to be my pick underneath. So the 11th tomorrow, the last race at Saratoga, the 2 Ticonderoga and 7 Zenner.
See, we timed it out perfect. Pat Pagano comes on at 6:48. It's 6:47:30, and you even got your Yankee rant in.
It wasn't a rant.
It was a good rant.
It wasn't a rant. It was a baseball perspective. And you're going to have people saying, well, the Yankees lost because Judge isn't playing. Judge has nothing to do with it. But if you want to hit for tat, Bogarts and Devers are out for the Red Sox.
Let's just put it this way.
Through their big guns.
You give up 17 runs, Jesus could be playing for you. And
Jesus saves, but he can't save when you're down by 9.
No. All right, Mike, I'll have a good weekend. I'll speak to you on Monday.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports. We have Pat Pagano coming up with a check on our tri-state forecast.